In every organization, to ensure that the project or the program, the portfolio that the company is undergoing or is looking to implement, or maybe building products or projects, there should be some level of guidance to make sure that investment that you take, and decision that you take in specific company, they are aligned to company strategy, and also the performance of the product or the project that you undertake meets organization criteria, or maybe the quality of product that company perceive out there in the market meet the customer needs. So to ensure that performance of portfolio or programs continue to provide the expected business value, and also new initiatives align with organization strategy and portfolio program objective, you have to ensure that proposed portfolio components project are well vetted and scrutinized for accuracy and information, and all aspects of proposed solutions are analyzed for value risk during project work. So today we're going to be discussing about need assessments. Need assessments include the process used to analyze the current business problem or opportunity and analyze the current and future states to determine the optimal solution that will provide the value and address the business needs, and also assemble the results of analysis to provide decision makers with relevant information for determining whether an investment in the proposed solution is viable. So before even we start analyzing what is need assessment, we have to go to look into the current solution, or maybe the current environment, business environment that you're in, to make sure you understand the solution that you want to change, or maybe the technology you want to implement. So we're going to analyze that. The first thing first you have to do is to analyze the current business problems and opportunity. So before even you start changing any solution that you have in your business, you must ensure that you understand the current business problems. Maybe your system is undergoing slowness, customer data pain points, or maybe there's a lot of technical debt in the solution, and you have seen opportunity to improve that solution in the future. Maybe improve maybe a DevOps solution, maybe go digital, or maybe employ the cloud solutions on your applications or host in the cloud, or maybe improve the from monolithic to microservices technology. So you must ensure what's going on with the current environment or the current solution. So and then you just have to write down the problems that you have, and also the opportunity that you want to see in the future. So the next one, you have to analyze the future business need. What are the technical solution capability that are out there that can benefit the problem you have now? So for the optimal solution. So need assessments also, provide the value added solution and business needs. As you continue analyzing the solution that you have today, you end up, it's foreseeing the value added solution and business need that you take in the future. And also you ensure the product and solution investment are viable. Need solution, you have to cross-functional collaborate with different stakeholders, and everybody input is just necessary to make sure that the solution you have is viable for the environment. So you have to include maybe lean business portfolio, and also you have to include the solution architect, maybe the enterprise architect for the company. So to make sure that even before you start looking at solution, all the stakeholders in a company or in an organization are aware of solution and a problem that the system is understanding, or the product is going through, so that even people start proposing those solutions, we are all on the same page what we're delivering in that specific scenario. So and also need assessment ensures that all initiatives align with the organization strategy. Your strategy as an organization may be a customer success, or maybe the application that performance should improve. or maybe you're hosting all your application in the cloud. So the initiative, all those organization strategy, it has to be aligned with the company is looking forward in the future. And also you have to make, need assess make sure that the proposed solution and strategic pursuit, like we just discussed, is what is the company strategy? Is it customer success at the end of the day? Is it maybe reduce the customer pain point this year, maybe by 12%? That's can be company strategy. Or maybe ensure that the all the system are online all the time. Customer, they're not, we will not be able to have a situation where some of the systems are down, and then you have a lot of backlog with the customer support team. That's maybe a company strategy that particular year. And also business problems are well understood between and among the stakeholders. Just discussed that when we start doing these technology proposals and solution implementation, modernization, we have to make sure that all the stakeholders are well informed. So need assessment, we have a process that we follow. This is a well standard technology, maybe in industry standard well-based solution. Also, we identify the problem or the opportunity. This we look in the solution as is today. So you look what is happening today, the problem to be solved, opportunity to be sued. So what's the current situation or the solution that we have today, and what's the problem that we're trying to address? And also assess the current state, right? So what as is today, what's the problem that we have with the solution, with the product, with the infrastructure, and then determine the future state. What are the technologies that we need to implement to make sure that solution work in the future? Maybe cloud-based solutions, or maybe microservices implementation, and also maybe breaking those monolith application to implementing some of the, or maybe improving the technology that you use development. Maybe if you're moving from Java to Kotlin, or maybe you're changing your database from SQL to NoSQL databases. Some of those technology you can use to expand on your business. And also determine the viable recommendation. As we just discussed, some of the recommended solution out there. It can be a cloud hosted application. It can be improving on your DevOps solutions. And also it can also maybe hosting all your solutions in the cloud. And also modernizing the infrastructure, changing some of the maybe routers and switches, maybe improving on the load balancer that you have on the cloud-based solution, or maybe improving on the security of your application. Maybe your application is vulnerable to security out there. Maybe improving on maybe IAM standard when it comes to AWS, single sign-on application when it comes to some of the application you have in the business. Or also integrating your maybe on-premise solution to the cloud, maybe using Azure Active Directory, which is hosted in cloud. And also maybe, the next is to develop the roadmap. So the roadmap will give you a high level features. When you come up with a solution, we're going to have the high level features that we're going to create. And then with the functions and what are the proposed features that we're going to see as an MVP. Maybe you can start with an MVP. What are the high level features and the function that we need to see in the solution? And what are the release plan? Where do we want to see the solution start? Turning wheels, and so that people can start playing with that. Maybe you can just collect a sizable market target, and you target those customers so that you can just give them the minimum MVP solution to play around with, so they can get immediate feedback during development. And what are the milestone dates? Like for example, if you want to maybe host your cloud application in the cloud, when are some of the devices that you want to see? Maybe you have a device-based application whereby everything is done like a phone. You want to see phone using a cloud-based solution. So when you want to see, is it the first quarter, the second quarter, the first few months, and what is the percentage? Maybe you want to say, let's say for example, the first quarter we want to see 20% of application using devices in the cloud. During that product, roadmap, that specific product development timeline. Maybe that's, for example, a product, you see the product grow for the next maybe it's 2 or 3 years. So between those 2 3 years, what are those items that you want to do, what you want to see, what are capabilities, what are solution improvement that you want to see between until you get the final product. Then you have to assemble the business case. So the business case, is like the lean business case. This is all the solution we've been proposed. So after you get those prototype, after you do the MVP and you proved your hypothesis, you come up with a business case that we just have to make sure that you understand what customer need and also the market needs. So you come with a lean business case whereby when this solution go to production, this is the right solution that you make sure that customer want. And also, you can support charter development. You come to maybe some company, you have to have a charter being produced. In our just session, we come up with features, but some of the application of the product they have to go through some in this in industry standard processes, especially when we some maybe medical. You have to create a charter so that it can get approved or it can go through vetting solution. So the need assessment process, I think as a product development is very sensitive, it's a very important process to follow, so that you can understand what application need or what your product need or what the market need, even before you start developing the solution.